go. She's not worth it.
Well, at least they're together now.
Is that all you can say? Oh, my God, Aunt Hester. Didn't you feel anything for my mother? You didn't see fit to come when she needed your help.
Look, this is hardly the time or place. Miss Ramsey, you're upsetting Audrey.
You're not in the family yet, young man. So don't presume.
Aunt Hester, please, come with me. I'll walk you to your car.
Why did she have to come? Ever since Dad died, she's been so distant, so hateful.
She doesn't seem to spread joy and sunshine. Don't worry. Let her go. She's got her money. You've got me.
I'll never forget this. She couldn't even give my mother peace in death.
Greta, heel. Sit. Sit. Come and get the ball. Good girl. Let's put away our leash and our ball. Everything is going to be beautiful. We understand the power, you and I. We know now, don't we, Greta girl? Oh, Sam. I never knew it would end like this. You dying first. Before her. Oh, Sam, dearest. Oh, we could have had so much. Oh, Sam. Sam. Dear, dear Sam. Only things could have been different. Oh, Sam. Sam. We could have had so much.
All right. All right.
Oh, Stephen, it's you.
Hello, Aunt Hester.
Oh, you came to see me. Would you believe that I was expecting you to pay a visit?
I don't mean to disturb you.
Oh, no, come on in. Oh, it's been far too long. Do you know what I was doing just now?
No.
I was looking at a photograph of your father taken years ago. My, he was a handsome man, a gentleman, and a dreamer. Are you a dreamer too, Stephen?
Not like him. I have my plans, see,
Did you know that he was an artist? Well, at any rate, he could have been. But that was long ago. Come on. I know precisely why you're here, Stephen.
You do?
And I agree. I want to put the last few years behind us. I want us to be close again as a family. You and Audrey and I. Well, what do you think of Greta?
It's really a very fine-looking dog.
Oh, she's quite a special breed, a Rottweiler. I brought her back from Europe last year. Oh, she just loves it here. Don't you, Greta, baby? You know, you couldn't imagine how valuable she really is. But then, we Ramseys, we've always been drawn toward valuable things.
Aunt Hester, I want you to know I'm not worried about your money or anything like that.
Oh, of course you are. Why, it wouldn't be natural if you weren't. And you're obviously a very natural boy, like your father.
I'm not like him. I'm not altogether, anyway.
Oh, he could have been something, that Sam. But he was held down. Held down until there was nothing left in him. He needed guidance. She couldn't give it to him.
We don't have to talk about him. I mean, that's done with. He was a good father. He just maybe wasn't a businessman. But I'm different. See, I have solid plans, Aunt Hester. I know what I want. I'm going to make something of myself. I'm
sure you do. And I want to help. Now, that's what you'd like, isn't it? See? Don't worry. She likes you. She's just getting used to your scent. Well, was she good today?
She's a very intelligent dog, Miss Ramsey. 1 in 1,000. A real pleasure to work with.
Oh, yes. She is just a treasure. Like all ancient creatures with wonderful pedigrees. Well, thank you.
When should I pick her up again?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I'll phone you. Time has come for us, Greta. We're going to use the power. Come on, Greta. It's time. Potens, potens, potens. Me reggae, domine tenebrarum, domine tenebrarum, canis diabolos, canis sanctissime, me secure, domine tenebrarum, me secure, me secure.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Me too.
Well, dear, aren't you going to invite me in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, come in.
Did Stephen deliver my letter?
Yes, he did, and we talked. I'm glad to see you, really, I am. Do you like my new place?
Well, it has a certain charm, but I must admit it's a little small for my taste.
Unfortunately, I can't afford your taste.
How are you doing?
All right. No, very well, actually. I have some coffee. Would you like some?
Oh, yes, thank you. That would be very nice. Audrey, I want you to know one thing. Clarice's death has been a great blow to me. First the breakdown and the confinement, and then the suicide. It was almost more than I could bear.
It was a blow to all of us, Aunt Hester.
I know that. Life hardly ever turns out the way we want it to, no matter how carefully we plan and hope. Oh, how lovely. I didn't really mean to be a horror through all of this. It's just that things haven't been right for a long, long time. Oh, you were always such a sweet child. When I think of all the pain and suffering that we went through alone, when we could have been a comfort to each other.
Well, we're together now. I guess that's all that matters. Maybe from now on it'll be easier on both of us. It's just that I wish we could have had this when Mother was still alive. She never understood your attitude after Dad died. You seemed to hate all of us.
Did your mother ever mention anything about your father and me?
No. She just couldn't put her finger on why everything changed after the airplane crash.
Oh, Audrey, a lot of it was in her head, I think. She always had the crazy notion that I wanted Sam. Perhaps it was because he and I went together before your mother. Oh, you knew that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. You and Dad, that's funny.
Funny? I don't know what's funny about it. He was my age, not hers. But that's ancient history. They're gone. You and Stephen. That's what's important now. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a present for you. Hello, girl. Come, get the ball. Come on. Here.
What a sweet dog. I didn't know you cared for dogs. What's her name?
I've named her Greta, and I brought her for you.
For me? Oh, Aunt Hester, it's been so long since I've taken care of a dog.
I found her in Europe. She's a purebred. She's been trained, and she's a wonderful companion.
Well, surely you don't want to give her up.
Well, I realized just the other day that I want you to have her.
What can I say? Thank you. We'll take good care of each other, won't we, Greta?
I hope so, dear. I hope so.
Got some tickets for the game tonight. Want to come?
Can't. I gotta go see Audrey.
Jeez, you see a lot of your sister lately.
Well, it's been hard on her since her mother died.
How much further?
About half a mile. We're running late. We gotta go. About average. Nothing special. 15:22.
Hell, I'm not trying to run the Boston Marathon. Just want to work off some of this lard.
Hey, I'm sorry about the game. Why don't you invite Sarah?
She's no fun. I spent half the damn game trying to explain what's happening.
Yeah, but she'd be more fun after the game than I will be.
That's for sure. I was going over to her place later anyway. Hey, how come I never get to meet your sister? You ugly or something?
No, she's not your type. She wouldn't put out for you. Oh, let's hit the showers. I'm running late. How come I can never find a girl who can cook like you can?
Maybe because the girls you go with spend more time in the bedroom than in the kitchen.
Yeah, but you'd think at least one of them would be interested in cooking, too. I mean, there is a limit as to how much time anyone can spend having sex.
Have you found the limit yet, or are you still looking?
Lighten up a little, will you, sis?
Okay, let's drop that subject.
I agree. And I hate to leave you with all this stuff, but I'm running late. So Daphne has an overnight tonight, and her plane comes in about 40 minutes, and so I gotta go.
Stephen.
Well, we made it through one whole evening without once mentioning Mom. Maybe the pain inside you is starting to ease a little bit.
I guess so, Steve. Maybe a little. Your visits help a lot.
Well,
thanks.
sure.
Now hurry up. I don't want you to get another speeding ticket.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's your car?
Oh, it's a battery again. I had to park it down the hill so I could get it started.
You want to take my car?
No, that's okay. But thank you for a really nice dinner. Good night.
Greta?
Oh, Greta, you're not supposed to be out without a leash. Come on, go. Get on home. Go on. Go on.
Jeff, I don't know how I'll be able to accept this. Losing Stephen like that.
It'll just take time.
Pour me a glass of wine, will you please, Jeff? There's a bottle open in the kitchen. Need you, Jeff.
Domine tenebrarum.
Correction, this is 51 requesting on the PR on Wilshire, 1133 Wilshire. Site 5-1. Stand by for further.
What kind of problem are you having here?
It's called a Code 1027 disabled vehicle. I'm Detective Otis Burris. Radio's out, too.
Detective, hi.
Hi.
Should I call a record?
Oh, I don't know. The damn thing's overheated. It's been acting up all day. Here's the keys. See what you can do with it.
Hey, Sergeant, what are you doing?
Well, now, this might be difficult for you to understand, son, but I'm in the middle of an investigation.
Look, you got to clear this with the station.
Don't you worry about a thing. Captain Payne and I are lifelong friends. Just don't let anybody steal that vehicle. It's city property. Now, you just hang tight. I'll send a car for you.
Oh, shit.
Morning, ma'am. It is Miss Matthews, isn't it? Well, ma'am, I'm Detective Burris, and I was wondering if we could talk for just a little bit.
Could you first tell me what it's about?
Well, I just have a few questions about your brother, ma'am, if you don't mind. I'm sorry, but it is necessary. We do a routine investigation on any accidental death, particularly one like your brother's where there weren't any witnesses.
I don't know what to say. The police told me it was an accident.
Yeah, I read the report you gave to our detective the next day about how your brother parked on a hill on account of the dead battery.
All I've been thinking about the past 4 days is how I should have gone out and helped him. I should have insisted. But I don't understand how the car got down the hill.
Well, you know, ma'am, that's one of the strange things. Actually, I was on night duty when it happened, and I was there when they removed your brother. He was working under the hood, apparently, when the car jumped out of gear.
Well? Is there something else? You're looking at me like you expect me to say something.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just that I was wondering if you knew where the battery is on your brother's car.
Under the hood, I guess. Isn't that where they are?
No, ma'am. In your brother's car, the battery's behind the seat. You see, they have these two 6-volt batteries wired together to make a 12-volt.
I don't know about electricity and cars.
Well, anyway, there's one more thing. The driver thinks there was someone else there, that your brother might have been pushed.
No, he was alone when he left here.
Well, it's the way he fell backwards into the car. The headlights...
Please.
I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just that I have to check on everything. Hey, that sure is a fine dog you got there. Hello there, old girl. How old is she?
About 5, I think. Do you like dogs?
Oh, I got this old dog at home. I had him 13 years.
I had Greta about a week. Come on, Greta. Give me the ball. Out.
Hey, come on here. Hey, let's
Give
have
the
that
ball.
ball. Out, out. Ooh,
Out.
She sure has
Out.
sharp teeth.
She likes you.
Come on.
Was there something else? I'm sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Detective Burris, Otis Burris. No, ma'am, nothing else. Say, you sure are a good old dog there. I really appreciate a dog with spirit. I sure do. And one that likes people, too.
Hello? No, I'm glad you called, Sheriff. No, I didn't take it. You know how I'm about pills. I slept pretty well just the same. Me too. I missed you too. No, I'd love to go to lunch. I'll meet you there just before noon. And don't worry, I'm okay. I love you too.
Damn it, Richard, will you sit down?
Okay, Mr. Spears, I'll be right with you.
Can't you think on your butt like ordinary folks?
Otis, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, why would a girl like that kill her own brother?
Well, you're the college boy, you tell me. Didn't they teach you any psychology up in that fancy school?
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you one thing. In my opinion, the driver's telling the truth. His record's spotless. He stopped right away and he called the ambulance.
Well, I'll go along with that. But there might be a little more to it.
Well, how do you figure it then?
Well, look, the girl's got to feel a lot of guilt over the death of her old lady, right?
Yeah, sure. She probably suffered severe psychological stress, which may or may not have anything to do with it.
Right. Well, now, the way I got it figured, the girl probably feels a lot of unconscious hostility toward that brother of hers. I mean, after all, he's the one having a good time, and she's been shackled with her mama in the funny farm.
No, it's not enough to kill her own brother.
Ah, maybe yes. When you consider that now she's the only one that stands to inherit the whole Ramsey estate.
Otis, I think you're the one that's crazy. Maybe I am for listening to you. It just doesn't make any sense. Well, anyway. Wait a minute. What about that Hester woman? I mean, hell, she's the one that's got all the money, and she's still alive.
Yeah, she sure is. Hester is still alive. And she's got no kinfolk, except that Audrey girl.
You know something? Maybe we ought to go out, talk to Hester Ramsey. Might give us some background information.
My God, that college education wasn't a total waste, was it? Why don't you give her a ring? Hell, I've been dying to see the inside of that house ever since I was a kid and used to steal plums out of her damn orchard. Come on, call her up.
Well, I guess I should get back. Unless you want me to take the rest of the day off.
No, go ahead. I'm doing much better. It was a big help getting out of the house.
I really should have taken the day off, too. If it wasn't for, what they say, pressing business.
I know, Jeff. I don't mind. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going back to work myself tomorrow.
Are you sure you're not pushing it?
No, it'll be better at work. Now hurry up, because you're late. I'll finish my coffee. Come on by tonight?
Yes, Miss Ramsey, like I was telling Richard, during the Depression, I used to ride a trolley for a nickel all the way out here to the end of the line just to steal fruit out of your orchard.
I bet you were one of the boys who I took a pot shot at with my slingshot. Well, now, what's on your mind, Detective Burris?
Miss Ramsey, Would you say that you and your niece are close?
Oh, of course we are. She's my sister's only daughter. And now that Stephen is dead, she's the only family I have left.
How did Stephen and his sister get along?
Oh, just fine. They were as close as any brother and sister I've ever seen. Why do you ask?
No particular reason, Ms. Ramsey. We just have to ask a lot of questions when we're checking out a possible homicide.
Homicide? What are you talking about? I thought it was an accident. I read it in the newspapers.
Well, yes, it may appear that way, ma'am, but you see, we have to check out everything, every possibility.
Must have been an accident, a run over by a car?
That's the way it appears, yes, ma'am.
Well, if it wasn't, then someone wanted Stephen dead. Oh, that's ridiculous. I don't believe that boy had an enemy in the world.
Seems like everyone we talk to feels about the same way.
And then, of course, the next question is, who would benefit if he were dead?
Gentlemen, I'd appreciate it if you would leave. I'm not going to stand by and have you impugn the integrity of my niece. I resent the implication that Audrey is a murderess.
Oh, but please,
Goodbye, gentlemen.
One more question, Ms. Ramsey, if you please. We could find out without your help, but it'll just take more time.
Well, what is it, Detective Burris?
Could you make a guess as to the total value of your estate, please?
I suggest that your superiors contact my attorney. His name is Henry Claypool. This way out, please.
All right, girl, it's okay. You'll get fed. Jeff? Why don't you take her out while I get her dinner?
Come on, lady. Out we go. Oh, come on, you old mutt. Now do your thing.
Jeff, don't talk to her like that. Here, give her a dinner. If we're going out, I'm going to slip into the shower. Do you mind?
I don't mind, as long as I'm invited.
I think I could stand that. I'd better see who it is.
I'm gonna check the breaker box. The breaker switch jumped off for some reason. Hey, who was at the door?
Whoever it was.
Over there, a little closer to the center. That's about right. Okay, now I'm going to kick the car out of gear. Okay, you got it. Can you hold it?
Yeah, I can hold it. I'm not going to push it far uphill, though.
Well, tell you what now, what I want you to do is to kind of ease up on it a little bit, like, you know, and let it, as if you were going to let it roll forward and pick up a little momentum, and then see if you can hold it.
Otis, you gotta be kidding. What if I can't stop it?
Well, then I'll get a really good look at what happened.
Yeah, you stay right there in case I need you.
Well, of course, I was going to do that. I'll be right there by your side, okay? Okay, all right. That's good.
I guess you're right. You should have been able to stop it. One thing I can't figure, though, I can't see how the car would push him into the street.
Well, I don't know.
Wait a minute. He could have slipped, right? He falls back as the car rolls forward.
Could be, I guess.
Got to be the way it happened. The driver, he won't swear he saw anybody push him?
He won't swear. Well, come on, I guess we better get this heap back to the pound. You know, it's a damn shame this thing's got that little whine there in the rear end. I always sort of imagine myself in a little old car like this.
Come on, Greta. Come on, girl. Let's go outside. Audrey? Come on in, Monique. The door's open.
There you are. I hope this is not an imposition. It's just that I have a date tonight.
I'm really glad you called. You're welcome to my hot water anytime there's a plumbing problem.
You startled me. Put that curler down. I don't want to play now. Come on, doggy. Put it down. My God!
Monique? Are you still here?
Car 5740. Come in 5740.
This is 5740. Tell the old man I'm on the way in now. Just hold your horses.
Come Something else came in for you at 3812 Hanover Lane. You're to proceed.
Hanover? That's where I just was. What the hell is this, a damn merry-go-round? This is Burris. Let me have Detective Donaldson. Richard, we got a problem over here at Audrey Matthews. You better get the boys from the coroner's. Yeah, that's right. I don't know yet. We haven't had a chance to talk. Just get on over here, huh? Well, girl, what happened? Who is she?
Electrocuted. She was electrocuted in the bathtub.
No, I saw, but how did the curling iron fall into the tub? There's no shelf or anything above the tub.
It's funny, when I saw her, I thought she was helping.
Saw who? Who was in there?
The dog. Just Greta. She was in the bathroom.
Well, what was she doing?
It's the funny thing. She was pulling the curling iron out of the water by the cord.
Boy, that's some smart dog. Maybe she heard the girl scream when the curler hit the water.
I guess that's what happened. God, I don't know. There's something more.
What?
How did the dog get in? She was locked out, I'm sure.
Well, maybe the girl let her in.
No, she was in the tub. I remember Monique slumped down under the water. Her eyes were still open.
Oh? Well, she's propped up against the end of the tub now.
Well, I pulled her up from under the water. I was hoping she was still breathing, but she wasn't.
But who is she? What was she doing here?
Monique Berger, a friend. She lives across the street. They're working on the plumbing system.
Anything else I should do?
No, just stay in there and see they don't make a mess of things.
I still can't understand. Nothing explains how Greta got in.
Through the door, don't you see?
But I'm sure, positive it was closed.
Now, Greta is a very strong dog. It wouldn't be much of a problem for her to just push it open.
It's so strange, the things she seems to be able to do.
Has she ever tried to attack you, ever been vicious?
Just the opposite. She's the most gentle dog I've ever known.
They'll be through in there in just a minute.
Oh, good. I'll be downtown in a little while. You go on with them.
Okay.
I know this sounds crazy, but it's something I feel very often. When I'm with her alone, sometimes it feels more like I'm in the room with a person. She watches me. Do you think I'm losing it? I mean, like Mom?
No, of course not. You can handle it.
Will they arrest me?
No, no need worrying about that. But you'll have to admit it looks a little bit fishy, though. This is the second one to die recently, and you were the last one to see them. Just you. And the dog. Richard, I want you to do something for me. Get a hold of the Kennel Association. See if you can trace that dog's background.
Otis, trace a dog?
Well, they told me that working with you, I'd learn something every day.
Look, you can get the dog's registration number from the girl. I want to know everything possible. You know, name of the breeder, place of birth, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And don't make a big deal out of it now, especially with the girl.
Audrey, dear, it's Hester. I know, dear. Another senseless tragedy. No, there's nothing you can do about it. Just leave it to the police. Yes. I'll tell you why I called. I called the vet. Yes, I'm going to take Greta to get her shots. No, I'd be glad to do it. It'll give you a chance to rest, dear. Oh, yes, and by the way, you know that tag, that other tag that Greta's wearing? Well, I know it sounds silly, but I'd like her to keep it. Oh, thank you, dear. Yes, I'll be right over. Of course. Goodbye.
What'd you find out?
Cause of death? Drowning. Her lungs contained water. But it's hard to tell. Cardiac arrest occurred about the same time, caused by electrocution.
Signs of struggle?
None. She was burned somewhat, but that's consistent with electrocution. Was it an accident?
Well, I don't know yet. Just, let me know if you find anything, Doc. Anything at all.
Well, there was something else. Maybe not much. There were a couple of hairs in her hand. Looked like animal hair.
Get those to the lab. And Cliff, I want that report fast.
Will do my best.
Thanks.
Come on, Greta.
Who is this? Oh, Detective Burris. No, it's all right. I needed to get up. What would you want with the dog? All right, then, but she's not here. Hester took her to the vet. You'll have to pick her up over there. No, just bring her here after. And Mr. Burris? Take good care of her.
Detective Burris, this dog's a pussy, let me tell you that. There's no way that I can ever make her violent. When a dog acts like that, she's never gonna have a killer instinct.
Well, thanks a lot. You just shot my pet theory right in the ass. Come on, girl. Let's go, girl. Come on. There we go. Going a little fast. Okay. Come on, buy you a hamburger, all right?
Think you let me win today?
I never let anyone win. It's too hard on my ego.
Either way, it felt good to get out and get some exercise. While you're in the shower, I'll scramble some eggs and make some of my special pancakes.
Pancakes for me?
And for me. Something to restore that energy we've burned up.
Only if you got lots of honey.
My watch. I left it at the court. I hooked it on a chain link fence. I'm so stupid.
No problem. We'll just walk back.
No, I'll go back. You stay here with Greta. It'll be faster.
Okay, Greta. Let's try to stay awake while she's gone. Yes, you're a good dog, Greta.
So the guy was choked. Sure, Doc?
Yes, absolutely. Not only that, it appears it was done with one hand. Someone with a very strong right hand.
So you're saying that he was Choked by a guy using just one hand?
Yeah. There was severe damage to the larynx, the esophagus. There's no doubt it was strangulation.
That doesn't make sense. I mean, broad daylight, no robbery. And if there was an assault, why didn't the dog bark?
I can't solve the case. I can only tell you how the young man died.
Not a single person heard a damn thing, and yet there were people all around. Hey, Doc, is it possible that a girl could have strangled him?
Off the top of my head, I'd say no. The handprint on his throat was too large for most women, and I doubt if any woman would have that much strength. Why do you ask?
Oh, hell, I'm grasping at anything, Doc. I mean, he was with a girl. It was her dog. You'd think if it had been anybody else, the dog would have barked or done something. My God, the dog's a monster. He must weigh 125 pounds. Boy, I tell you, I wouldn't want to try to strangle anybody with that critter around.
No one saw or heard anything?
No, nothing. It's total blank. And the guy was by himself for only 3 minutes or less. We timed the trip back to the tennis court. Doc, are you absolutely sure he was strangled?
You want to come see for yourself?
Oh, no, hell.
There is another thing. The victim apparently fought back.
How's that?
The knuckles on his right hand were bloody.
Okay, Doc. This is one I gotta see for myself. Let's go.
Well, young man?
Oh, yes, Miss Ramsey. I was just looking
Snooping around. Spying, I believe they call it.
No, ma'am. Nothing like that. I just heard some sounds like animals and was, oh, call it natural curiosity. That's what got me into this business, I guess. I was naturally curious.
Well, I assure you there is nothing here, nor any place else on my property that could interest you in the slightest.
I realize it's been difficult for you with all that's happened.
Look here. I don't like to see anyone die, but I didn't know this Jeff boy at all.
Were he and your niece engaged?
Not really. There wasn't a ring or anything.
He stay at her house?
He had his own apartment.
You suppose she stayed with him?
That would hardly be the behavior I'd expect from my niece.
You check up on her very often?
Lord, no. Since her mother's death, I've looked in on her once in a while, just to see if I could help.
Miss Ramsey, this is a question I have to ask. Do you know of anyone who would want Jeff Ingram dead?
I don't know anyone who even knew who he was. Now, well, except Audrey. Does that answer your question?
I know it's crazy, but it's the only thing that makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. Look, we know that she and the guy were getting real serious, right? Well, maybe she got jealous about something.
Oh, that's the opposite.
Maybe she had somebody jumping.
No, I don't think she's involved.
Why not? She has a pretty face and a sweet smile.
Look,
I don't pretend to know the answers. I'm just trying to figure out the problem. I'll tell you one thing, though. I want to know everything there is to know about that dog.
No response. Station unit 437, 437, 1021, 217. Station.
Now, tell me how you're doing.
I don't know. Rotten. Confused. There's a whole nightmare going on all around me. I'm starting to see a doctor. One of those that Mother went to.
Is that a good idea? All memories and all?
I guess I trust him. One of the few I really trusted.
I wish we could have some good news for you. We don't have much of it yet. Seems like we're at that point where just any little thing will be a help. Right now, I'd like to see the chain the dog was wearing in the park.
Greta's leash. Why?
Grasping at straws, I guess. Nothing for you to worry about.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
How is she, Greta?
Oh, fine. Maybe a little more restless than usual. Here it is. What's important about the leash?
Nothing, probably. You know, I'm just checking on anything.
Do you have a headache?
Yeah. It's an occupational hazard at my age, I guess. Probably a lot of sinus, too. There's a lot of dust in the air today.
Well, let me get you some aspirin.
If you would, I think this will be better. It's just a little seltzer. If you dump it in a small glass of water, please.
Sure. How about some coffee?
No, thanks. Water's fine.
If you're hungry, I could make you a sandwich. Give me something to do. Maybe you haven't eaten.
No, thanks. I had something. I do appreciate it. Oh, boy, this is a real sick headache.
Better wait a while. It's still bubbling a lot.
Well, I like it best.
My God, what's wrong?
Damn it, I want to know what happened. Do you know what's wrong with it? You get on the phone. Call an ambulance now. Do it.
Get over here, Greta. Come here. Here, Greta. There, Greta, good girl. Oh, you are a good girl, Greta. We did well, didn't we? Now I have a surprise for you. You'll see. Come on, Greta. We're going to play one of our favorite games. Sit. You're a good girl. Here, girl. Go, catch it. Catch it. Go on. Go on. Catch it.
Thank you.